The night she started bleeding, I felt like I was losing both of them. My wife, our child. She screamed in the passenger seat, clutching her stomach, crimson spreading to the white fabric of her dress. I ran red lights, swerved across lanes, ignoring everything except getting us to the hospital. The doors swallowed us in sterile white light. Nurses rushed past, stretchers clattered, voices collided. Everything blurred into a chaotic hum. Then the doctor appeared. It wasn't fear on his face. It was recognition. He froze, glanced at her chart, then at her, then at me. 2 more doctors were called. They huddled, whispering in low, urgent tones. Finally, one stepped out, motioning me into the hallway. His voice dropped to a whisper. "Sir, we need to ask you something." "What?" My heart hit my ribs. "Did your wife mention anything unusual recently?" The question cut deeper than any scream could. My chest went cold. "What's wrong?" I asked. He didn't answer. He just looked through me, as if the truth was already known, and I was the last to realize it. She survived. The baby didn't. They call it placental abruption. Sudden, unpredictable, tragic. But the doctor's face haunted me. The way he couldn't meet my eyes. The way he whispered to the nurse before handing me the paperwork. Grief mixed with something far uglier. Doubt. When I asked to see the records, the nurse hesitated before printing them. Names I didn't recognize. Notes I couldn't interpret. But one phrase stood out, underlined twice. Inconsistent paternal markers. At first, I told myself it was a mistake, medical jargon, a clerical error. But deep inside, something quiet, patient, cruel had already started counting backward. I thought of her late nights at work, sudden business trips, the new password on her phone, the way she avoided me, blaming exhaustion. Now I saw it all. Every excuse, every smile, every soft apology. They weren't fatigue. They were cover. Grief is the perfect disguise. People don't question a man who has lost a child. They leave him alone. I used that silence. I requested copies of every lab result. I visited the hospital's data department under the pretense of understanding the cause. The clerk, unaware, handed me everything. Then I commissioned a private DNA test. Samples from her toothbrush, her hair. The baby's tissue had been preserved for autopsy. While waiting, I watched her. She cried, often, but it was calculated, like she knew what grief was supposed to feel like, not what she actually felt. At night, she stared at walls, silent, hiding thoughts she couldn't voice. Guilt has a rhythm. It breathes differently. One evening, her phone lit up while she showered. A message from a saved contact, M. "You can't ghost me forever. We need to talk." I didn't respond. I didn't confront her. I waited. The next day, she told me she was going to the cemetery. No flowers. No phone. But she returned smelling of a cologne I didn't own. Monday morning, the DNA report arrived. I didn't open it immediately. I brewed coffee, stared out the window, let the cold sink into my bones. Then I tore it open. Clean, clinical, numbers and percentages. Probability of paternity, 0%. No margin for error. No ambiguity. I read it twice, 3 times. My heart beat steady. My breath calm. The storm inside had gone silent. That night, when she came home, I placed the envelope on the table. She froze. Her eyes flicked from it to me. "What's this?" "Proof." My voice even. Her lips trembled. "You don't understand." "I understand perfectly," I said. She reached for the envelope. I stopped her hand midair. I had already read it. Her eyes filled with tears. "Please, it wasn't supposed to happen this way." "It never is," I said quietly. No yelling. No accusations. No questions. I listened as she unraveled herself. Every word, a confession dressed as justification. The affair, the denial, the panic when she realized she was pregnant, the hope I'd never question. Her tears were real, but not for me. They were for the life she had destroyed. Hers. When she finished, I stood, handed her the hospital's stillbirth certificate. "You can keep this," I said. It's the only thing that ever truly belonged to both of you." She collapsed into the chair, begging for forgiveness I didn't have. I walked past, silent, calm. Behind me, she sobbed my name like a prayer she'd starved herself for believing in long ago. I didn't go home that night. I drove until the city lights blurred into a soft, endless hum. The grief was gone. The rage, too. Only the truth remained, cold, perfect, undeniable. In the morning, I called the lawyer. "Start the process," I said. When he asked why, I said, "She lost something that was never mine to lose." I watched the sun rise through the windshield, pale, indifferent, and for the first time in months, I felt nothing, absolutely nothing.